Concern level with Krejci, do you know that?
I don't think he's serious, Steve. Took a hit early on, tried to keep playing. He just felt it was better to not push through. It wasn't worth it. So obviously we'll know more tomorrow, but I don't believe it's serious.
Did you change a plan with Tuukka?
No, it was up to him. It was going to be his workload depending on the game, how he felt. He just thought after 2 periods he'd got his work in and felt that was enough for tonight. So glad he got a little extra.
I realize you're still sorting out positions here, but going into this year's first time in the building since Game 7, what's the challenge, main challenge for you going into the new year with trying to do it again?
Well, I mean, we have a lot of returning bodies. We have veteran guys, so we know a lot of what we have last year versus last year. So I think it's just getting up and running again, Kevin, in a tough division. Let's just start over. Our division's strong. We know Tampa and Toronto have solid teams. They're probably saying the same about us. We saw Montreal push last year. Florida's improved. So just take care of our own business. People have talked about the mental aspect of it. Like I said, I think our guys have been through it. They're hockey players. They want to play. So it's just getting through that early part of the year, and getting better as the year goes on, but just getting up and running. I think, and we're relatively healthy. Obviously, Krejci was a concern early, but I think he'll be fine. So, after that, we got a couple guys in the back end. We'll see on Kevin Miller here soon if he's able to join us. But at the end of the day, we should be going into the year with not a lot of question marks surrounding the roster. So we'll play it out.
That mental aspect is there in every year, but especially so this year?
Well, I assume there'll be some level of, I've tried to deflect it, time to turn the page, and I think our guys feel that way, but there may be a bit. I don't know if it's at the start, though, to be honest with you. I think it's more at some point in late November, December kind of doldrum period, or maybe December, January. It seems like teams have had a tougher time that have had a long run the previous year. So I expect we'll be ready to go.
How exciting is it to see Locko? I mean, you talk about the roster and telling Kevin that you pretty much know what you have, but a young 19-year-old who's been through it last year with you guys in preseason, to see what he did tonight, that burst of speed.
Yeah, he's that's what he does. When he's on his game, he's moving his feet, he's chipping and chasing. He's a tough guy to stop. He's got a nice shot. He can make some plays. He's still learning the ropes away from the puck, when to in the breakout situations, defensive zone situations. But I think that's perfectly normal at 19. That'll be the challenge for him, to take care of the details. He'll always be fast. He'll always want to score. Always be competitive. Get under people's skin. But for him, it's learning how to play every night. Maybe when the puck isn't falling, and those things that a lot of young guys go through. So it's nice to have a guy like that. I don't know where he's going to end up right now, to be honest, as a 19-year-old. But where he'll play exactly this year, but he's certainly done a nice job for us in his time here.
In overtime, Bruce, if you ever didn't have Torrey, would you consider going forward?
I don't know, Fluto, that's interesting. There wasn't much at stake tonight. Yes, I would consider it if Torrey wasn't in the lineup, but then you got Charlie and Grizz that are mobile back there that can move the puck, so it would take a bit of a lot of those guys not being in the lineup. I didn't mind the look. You just got to make sure you recover pucks and don't have to get on the defensive.
What's the biggest thing Falconen has to work on?
Well, tonight I don't think he skated well enough to escape people to move breakout pucks, right? One of his strengths is his foot speed and his defending with his foot speed. So, he got beat wide once tonight. That's not, typically his game. He's pretty good that way. So I thought his feet weren't engaged tonight enough in the game. The penalty kill goal, he got caught on the wrong side of that battle down low. That's going to happen. Those are things we could sort of work with him on, but his feet need to be moving every night. I thought he could have been better in that area tonight, being a little more of a factor. I thought Zaboral did a pretty good job that way, breaking out, getting up ice, supporting the rush. Not as much for back tonight.
I know the plan to play with Krejci went up in smoke early there, but have you seen much from Richie so far?
Well, to me, he's as advertised, a big man that will play down below the circles with the puck. He's not trying to make something happen that isn't there, so certainly he's been responsible for us. Puck hasn't found him a lot, unfortunately. When you play with Krejci, it tends to, so it would have been interesting to see how that played out with, him and Jake. But didn't happen tonight as much, so a couple times, but I think he's been a good steady player for us. Physical on the forecheck a couple times today. Those things are what he brings, and that's what he's done for us.
You've got an experienced, talented lineup here, but if you look across the league and 31 teams, it seems harder than ever for a kid, a 19, 20-year-old kid to come in and just be an impact, sort of dazzling player. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree. I think those are you may see one Wednesday with Hughes. He seems to have, found his way early on here in exhibition. Regular season's a different animal, but I think you got to be pretty special to come in at that age. They tend to be the guys that are as advertised the year before. And then there's always a guy that sneaks up on you, though. I'll say that. I don't know if I've seen him yet this year. Obviously, we haven't seen a lot of teams, but Lauko is, if you're referring to a little bit about how he plays, I think he has the ability to certainly dazzle. It's just for him, it's the everyday challenges of playing in the league and probably our roster. He's behind certain guys that are, that are just clearly established NHLers right now.
Coach, can you just talk about the chemistry? We saw it there in the game tying goal with Corrali and Wagner, and just the energy they bring when they're playing together.
Yeah, I mean Wags has scored those type of goals, and he seems to have a go-to move where it gets the goalie to open up 5-hole. So it worked again tonight. Sean is Sean. He's always going to try to attack. He's got good foot speed, so you better make sure you slow him down before he gets going. And he got going there, so I think the D got caught a little flat-footed, and that's how Lauko scores. Same way, a little bit of the new NHL, right, where guys get ahead of speed and it's, chip it behind him and skate onto it. You can't obstruct like you used to. You used to be able to get, chuck that guy or get a piece of him. You can't do that anymore. So you're seeing a lot more of that. But Wags and Corrali and with Nordy obviously out, but hopefully he's getting closer. They're a pretty effective line that way, knowing what they do well. They did it tonight.
Take two more if there are two.